on me. Chill. Got a lot of chill on me. Yeah. Couple M's injury. Chill. I'm a rest like jet ski. Chill. And I can't buy no flight. No. Look at my bust down shine. Chill. Small. Just made my flight. Just made my flight. 100 bands up for the next show. I don't want to. Just want to. I didn't want to tell you that my most. Main John's cat just laying on the floor. All this I saw me dripping. Kick it. She tripping. I'm too rich to listen. Ooh. I'm picking rain still glisten. Chill.
The Nets able to control the tip.
Substitutions, Washington. Into the game for Brooklyn, number 31, Jarrett Allen.
Beal. He throws it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Here comes the screen. Irving. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Wizards have it. The drive, right to the basket. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
Beal. Shot from the lane won't go.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Not easy.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Beal. He was hacked. They let it go. Sacrificing everything for the loose ball. Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys holding the big lead. Now a steal by Washington. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now?
Brooklyn. Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
To Smith. The screen sets him up for two.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
He gets it.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Ish Smith to Beal. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
Nothing going here on that drive. Scores from the post.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Here comes the screen. Kyrie Irving, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Trying to cash in. The shot almost. Through one here at Barclays Center. The Nets out in front. Jay and I back with more after this. It's Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Wizards at the controls. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
John Wall has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 78% at the line. First try at the line, no good. Misses the second as well. Got it.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Wall to DiVincenzo. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Irving. Kyrie Irving. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Wall across the timeline. Down a bundle. To DiVincenzo. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. From long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
And hits the first free throw.
Number 7, Kevin Durant.
So he hits the first, misses the second. It's Brooklyn's ball.
I got him. Here we go.
Deep right corner. Here's Durant for 2. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Anthony, defended by Kevin Durant. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Isaiah Thomas. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, That's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Over to the right side. 4-3. And Bradley Beal, all muscle memory, puts it to good use there.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Durant. Fires the three. Man, that was a tough shot.
It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble, off a quick pass, or off an ISO. When the ball's in this young player's hands, something just feels right.
Wall to Beal. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Lays it up and in.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Whistle stops play. Timeout for Washington as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Beal, tough matchup against Durant. To DiVincenzo. Short jumper off the mark. To Irving. Beyond the arc for three. Textbook defense. DiVincenzo. To Anthony. DiVincenzo. Not that time. To Irving. Kyrie Irving. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Wide open look won't go. To Irving. Here's a chance from long range, and Kyrie Irving took the defense for a ride. Tough three-pointer.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Beal. Screen coming. To Anthony. From the painted area, won't go down. DeAndre Jordan with the block. Out of bounds. Last touch by DeAndre Jordan. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 2, John Wall. Stepping in for the rookie.
DiVincenzo.
Number 8.
DeAndre Jordan rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Dinwiddie. A fundamental shot right there.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Iguodala, defended by Kevin Durant. To Wall. To Anthony for 3, and the rebound taken in by Jordan. Nice pass to get things going.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
And the 2. Counted at the rim for DeAndre Jordan.
Come on, DJ. Give the people what they want. I want that for my screensaver.
Here comes the screen. Iguodala against KD. Fires the 3. The Nets have the rebound. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Brooklyn Nets. The Wizards have got themselves in a bad situation.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay.
Substitutions, Washington. Into the game for the Nets. Number 8.
Wizards with the basketball. Thomas. Here comes the screen. To Thomas. Isaiah Thomas. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Dinwiddie into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Durant. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss. Going to launch beyond the arc. Spencer Dinwiddie, no problem. Contested, hits the 3.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
And the nice finish at the rim.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Great dish to set it up. Count the bucket for 2.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Dinwiddie. Gets it at the top of the key. Lets it fly from long range. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Baseline drive. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Isaiah Thomas at the line for 2 shots. A career 87% from the line. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. To Durant. From long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. To Thomas. Spencer Dinwiddie sends it away. 4th this contest.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Karis LeVert sends it away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball. especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. It's Washington with the basketball. Thomas, down low Anderson. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. 4-3. Can't connect.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Thomas across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Can't connect. To Jordan. Stuffs it down with authority.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To DiVincenzo. To Thomas. Shot clock. It's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Won't go. To Durant. Stuffs it down with authority.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds it inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Thomas.
Screen come.
Down to 5 on the 24. Short jumper won't go down.
I got ball. That's me.
Quarter 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. And the Nets enjoying some breathing room. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they could win this game by 50.
The assist from
Into the front court. It's Wall. Down a bundle. Thomas. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
And scores. Strong take.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Irving brings the ball up court. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
Kyrie Irving, couple of free throws on the way. A career 87% from the line. First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Into the front court comes Wall. His guy's down big. To Anthony. The pass set it all up.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Fires the three. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
To Anthony. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Knocks down the first. Two for two on that trip. To Jordan. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
DeAndre Jordan trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw try, off the mark. Wall to Anthony. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Wall with it up top. Looking to make something happen. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
John Wall has got two shots coming. He's struggled so far. Oops, he missed the first one. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Kevin Durant has it. To Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither.
All right.
Beyond the arc for three. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Wall to Anthony. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Here's a chance from long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense. To Anthony. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. Now 3 for 9.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Has a look. That's no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Add 2 points to the board.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Jordan. And the finish at the rim.
And I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And scores.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
There it is, John Wall. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Jordan. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
DeAndre Jordan at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Wall. For three, it's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a four-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
And hits at the line. Washington basketball to Anthony. Wall to Anthony. DeAndre Jordan tips it. Ooh, 5 now. Anthony.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
KD for 2. And it's Iguodala to claim the rebound. To Anthony. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Jordan. Can't connect from in close. Fires the 3. He was all over him. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Anthony, the rebound cleared by the Nets. To Durant. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Screen coming. Durant. Not that time. He missed it. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. Oh, how about that? A 3 at the buzzer. That's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.
It wasn't surprising to see this team get the win. They did a great job of letting the fundamentals of basketball be the key to success.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
Maxo, bust down, Maxo, bust down, seal up, break it down, wait up, open up, seal up. It's a buzz down, we do. Got it in the old name, the buzz. We don't even peer, we just buzz down. Got my on the roof, don't make them buzz down. It's a buzz down, run through the grass like a touchdown. Play, but you know buzz down. Try to take my chain, I'ma buzz down, seal up, buzz down, buzz down, buzz down.